Hello, in this video I will be doing the 4-axis test. The 4-axis test is a communally developed test that seeks to measure 4 central aspects about a person. To take the 4-axis test, indicate your level of agreement or disagreement with each of the following statements below. Question 1 of 60. I'm just gonna do this. I have powers that others would not be able to understand. I definitely agree with this. I will try to explain those powers to you. Problem is you wouldn't understand it, so I'm not even trying. I am interested in skincare and or cosmetics. Definitely agree. Do you click next or do you click the arrow? I think it's the same. In today's day and age, many people refrain from expressing viewpoints that are perfectly sensible because they are afraid of cancel culture and social media backlash. This even applies to me, and if this applies to me, then it will apply to many more people, so yeah, agree. I strongly agree with this because this is very true. Many people refrain from expressing those viewpoints. I have talked to a lot of people and I've heard this a lot of times. I'm interested in technology and gadgets. Actually, I would go middle, but I think I even slightly disagree. I'm not. Using he as a shorthand for he or she is convenient, harmless. It's called generic masculinum. Yes, of course it's convenient, harmless, and even grammatically correct. I strongly agree with this one. A strong military is a better foreign policy tool than diplomacy. This is a tricky one. So, I have a strong viewpoint in terms of military. I agree, you need a strong military. It's very important, but is a strong military better than diplomacy? This question is formed or asked in a way that is not easy to answer for me. And I don't think so. No. Diplomacy is better. I will not strongly disagree, but I will disagree with this one. Government regulation of businesses is likely to lead to inefficiency. I mean, I would say I know quite a bit about businesses and regulations and shit because of my job. Not that much, because it's not really my like the thing I do, but does it lead to inefficiency? I'm gonna stay in the middle. There's points pro and contra to this statement. I'm gonna stay in the middle. It's too hard to say. I'm interested in cooking and baking. Oh my god. Like, I could strongly disagree and could argue with it, and I could strongly agree and argue with it. I'm gonna slightly agree. Yes, I'm interested in cooking, definitely, because I need to get my macros, my protein, my carbs, my fats. Yes, I'm interested, but not that interested. I'm not that interested in making good, tasty food. I'm interested in making food that fuels my body. Capital punishment should be an option in some cases, definitely. Strongly agree with this one. Don't even have to explain it. Yes, I do agree with this one. This is nothing you argue about. Some people do agree with it, and some people don't agree with it. I do agree with that. Strongly agree. I take an analytical approach to most things. Yes, definitely. Almost all. I don't want to say all, but almost all. Not just most, almost all. I've been attracted to someone who identified as being non-binary with regards to their gender identity. This is a hard one. But I don't think so, no. Gotta think back to one certain girl, but I know that she is in this corner, but I don't think she ever identified as non-binary, so I will disagree completely with this one. What some consider hate speech is really nothing but an inseparable part of free speech. Yeah, like, the question is what some consider hate speech, and I have to strongly agree with this one. I like caring for children and or animals. If it only said animals, strongly disagree, but because it also says children, only slightly disagree. There's a heart of there is at heart a conflict between the interest of business and the interest of society. Fuck, reading is hard and Definitely. Obviously. Obviously. I often get into situations with other people where they end up hurting or disappointing me. Often is an understatement. Often is an understatement. Sadly. When going through a difficult period, I tend to focus on the good things in my life that help me thrive. Funny, because I recently had this a very difficult period, but focusing on the good things. I don't know, this is crazy, but because it's exactly like this, helped me very much. Definitely agree with this one. Care, kindness, and mutual respect were the most important values taught to me growing up. I don't even remember any values that were taught to me growing up, but my childhood and my parenting, or like the parenting done to me, has been awful, both of it. So I'm gonna disagree. Not completely, but half disagree. The government should redistribute wealth from the rich to the poor. This is shit. This is still a topic. I mean, why is this a question? This already happens. This already happens. And I mean, I have to agree with this one. Because of my job. It's literally this, doing this, executing this is my job. I execute this for a living, basically. Half of it. I execute half of this for a living, you could say. And some people would say, oh, but you wouldn't like support the left, taking money from the rich, giving them to the poor, but it's different. Gotta think about this. This is taxes. I don't know, I bet in all of the countries you guys are watching in, there's different tax rates for different income. And even if they're not, rich people pay in absolute numbers more taxes than poor people, even at the same tax rate. But here in Germany we also have rising tax rates that rise with income, so you even have a higher tax rate compared that added together with the higher income, you pay even more taxes. Rich people pay more taxes than poor people. So this is money redistribution, taxes, and I do taxes for a living, so obviously I have to agree with this one, and I also do agree with this one. I crave extreme experiences because life is generally so boring. Well, what are extreme experiences? I think this question means shit like going on an adventure trip and... No, I don't. I don't. No, I don't. Immigration to my country should be minimized and strictly controlled. No. No. 5 years ago me would have said yes, 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 would have not only clicked on strongly agree, but clicked even more to the right, but now I completely disagree, because immigration is important. This may sound rude and cynical, but fuck. Give me more immigrants, give me less Germans, please. Speculation in the stock exchange is less desirable than any kinds of economic activity. No, why should it be? Why should speculation be not desirable? I'm a gambler. I'm not gonna strongly disagree with this one, because in general economic activity is also desirable, but I wouldn't say that speculation or stock exchange is less desirable. That's bullshit. I am interested in interior decoration. No, I'm not. The breakdown of the traditional family structure is responsible for many of the evils in our society. Yes, obviously. I yield when others intimidate me. Yield. What the fuck does... This is embarrassing now. Let me just... I'm not 100% sure. Okay. No, I don't. No, I don't. I take a stand for what I believe in. This is hard. This is hard. I would love to. Online I do, but in real life, this is what the question earlier meant. You can't really say your opinion. Yes, I do take a stand, but I'm not going to go full right side, full agree, because I can't argue for my life for my stand. Like, it's not possible. I do take a stand, but I don't go too far because it's too dangerous. Overall, the minimum wage does more harm than good. Good question. I can't talk enough about... I can't really. I can't really talk about this topic because I know too little. So I'm gonna stay in the middle. A country should never go to war without the support of international community. I disagree with this one. Don't drag other people in, no. Political correctness has gotten out of hand. Obviously, yes. Most people refer to me as sympathetic. So, the funny thing is this video is getting watched only by people I know on Discord mainly. And they would all think, strongly disagree. But, me IRL, believe it or not, I don't know. Go keep thinking I'm capping, but most people, I would say all people refer to me as sympathetic. All. IRL. Well, right now, at work, at school. Not the school I went before, but like the school connected to my work or work in general right now. Yes, they all do. Economic growth will better help people climb out of poverty than welfare. No, not really. Not really. Not really. People right now are poor. It has nothing to do with economic growth, it's politics. I'm good at absorbing setbacks and do not easily lose heart. Good. Not perfect, but good. I can manage it. Even if it's hard, I can manage it. I am interested in cars and tools. Nope, I'm not at all. I am interested in competitive sports. Yes, very interested. I don't do competitive sports myself. Unless you consider my very extreme workouts as competitive sports, but I am very, very interested in football. Watching football. International club football. I often have to deal with people who are less important than me. What are people who are less important than me? I'm not gonna answer this one. Fuck, I'm gonna stay in the middle. When I think of the future, I just know in my heart that good will prevail over evil. And what is good and what is evil? Like, my view of good and evil is probably different than than most of your points of good and evil. But yes, I know that the good will prevail over evil. My good will prevail over your evil. Yes, I strongly agree with this one. I am confident in this, actually. The state should ensure that all citizens have a universal basic income decoupled from labor performance. No. 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 I have often been told I have a strong personality. I have actually recently been told exactly that. Well, in German, obviously, in German words, but exactly this. Strong personality. I had a happy childhood. Fuck no, it was terrible. Others are conspiring to harm me. No. Not I, no. It is no big deal for me if I hurt other people's feelings. I'm gonna stay in the middle. Middle is appropriate for this one. I know I can always count my family to be there for me. Nope, I know it's rather the exact opposite. I know I can not count on my family. I am usually calm, with few negative emotions. Strongly agree. Positing biological explanations for gender differences is just another way of keeping women down. What the fuck? No! You can't, first of all, you can't deny gender differences, biological gender differences. You can't deny those. Those exist, but that is not meant to keep women down, first of all. You can't just deny it because it exists. And second of all, men and women are different. This does not value men over women. Yes, it does in certain points, but you can also turn it around. And it values women over men in certain points. You people, you just don't want to see this. You only want to see the negative points that don't fit in your worldview. There are many things men are better than women at biologically, but the other way around, same thing. So I have to strongly disagree with this statement. I am interested in weapons and or military history. I'm not at all. I've never doubted my parents' love for me. I'm non-stop doubting it. Using man to mean both men and women is one of many ways in which sexist languages diminishes women's potential. No! No, bullshit. Equality is more important than economic growth. Middle. Middle for me. The market is generally better at allocating resources than the government. Sadly, yes. I have been attracted to someone of my own gender. Not sexually, but yeah, I have made friends that I like. But, like, what is attraction? This question obviously, I think this question obviously means sexual attraction. No, I'm not gay. Anyone who is, except for Sven and Cypher, and Supernovae, and Infinity, and Lombre, but the cool one in my group chat, not the trans one, and Hunter Sam, and Darshan. I love Darshan. Anyone who is not a white male is in some sense oppressed in our society. What if I do this from a different country? But white women are not oppressed. I agree that other colored people are oppressed, so I'm gonna slightly agree but not strongly agree because white women are not oppressed. That's bullshit. It's just a race. It's not gender. Gender oppression is a bullshit. It's race oppression. But yes, that exists. I avoid cursing. Well, obviously I avoid it at work, but IRL I don't, so slightly agree with this one. My country should give more foreign development developmental aid to third world countries. Holy shit, no, please not, we're already giving enough. Please focus on your own people. I could strongly agree with this one because in my opinion, Germany is a third world country. So I'm gonna stay in the middle. Because no, please stop helping other countries before you focus on your own. But yes, we are a third world country ourselves, so focus on us. So middle for me. I monitor my romantic partners, friends and family members to find out who's being unfaithful. I don't have romantic partners, barely have friends. I barely have family members either, so no, I'm not. No, I'm missing the people to do this, and even if... probably... maybe, I don't know. I'm not doing it right now, so I won't think about it. A person can change their gender depending on their mood. There are only two genders. I am interested in clothing and fashion. No, I'm not. I am interested in video games and board games. No, I'm not. I should be allowed to protect myself and my family if I don't feel safe. Gonna slightly agree with this one. When I am alone, I nevertheless sometimes feel as if something or someone is watching me. No. Rehabilitating criminals is more important than punishing them. I've never thought about this specifically like this. But yes, it is more important. I'm not saying that you shouldn't punish them. Without punishment it won't work, but rehabilitation is more important. 41.5% male. Huh? Okay, so I'm more male than female? Why am I 48.5% female? Holy shit. Personality X is normal. I am 54.9% normal, more normal than abnormal. I'm 88.1% traditional and only 11.9% woke. The woke bar is way too little for me to see it. And I am politically rather left-wing than right-wing, and I bet you guys will be surprised by this one called bullshit, but I know it for myself that I'm right now rather left than right. And if there was an election right now, in case I would vote, which isn't even certain, I'd probably vote a party in Germany that's literally called the left, because they're the only ones I could imagine voting for right now. Okay, we can read an explanation of the axis right now. Gender axis measures whether your interests and personality traits are more like those of men or women in a global population. For more on an empirical basis of gender roles, also the gender role test. I'm not interested in that one. Personality axis, gender was basically 50-50. Personality axis, basically 50-50 too. Measures whether your personality is normal or abnormal. Having abnormal traits does not necessarily mean that one is crazy or one could be diagnosed with personality disorder. Merely that one shares traits or features with such people. Okay. Lifestyle axis, the one where it was definitely more traditional than Vogue. Measures whether your lifestyle is traditional, conservative, traditional and conservative or progressive in Vogue. Note that traditional conservative people on this axis are not necessarily politically right-wing, but maybe center-left, as for example both Asang, I don't know him, and Eric Kaufman have found that many left-wingers are conservative in terms of their values and temperament. Kind of me, I would say. Political axis measures whether your political outlook is more right-wing or left-wing according to a set of items more your own political orientation. I like my reading. That is to say that axis does... Shit, shut the fuck up. That is to say, this axis does not distinguish between conservatives and libertarians on the right, or between left liberals and socialists on the left, but merely gives an indication of whether you are left or right. Very interesting. So, this is my result. I hope you liked the video. I hope you fucking watched it 22 minutes. Oh my god. Probably didn't. Please do it. I can't tell you at the end to watch it, but if you watched it, if you do watch it, I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found your time well invested. That's the most important thing to me. I love you all, and I hope I'm gonna see you in the next video too. Have a nice day. Bye.